I am Brittany Teasley, the unit manager for the Raleigh office of the Division of Employment and Independence for People with Disabilities. We are a division within the Department of Health and Human Services. So as a rehabilitation counselor, we serve a variety of individuals with disabilities, intellectual, cognitive, developmental. We've also served brain injury, mental health, substance use, or even physical disabilities like spinal cord injuries, or even a person who may have diabetes, whose medical condition may impact employment in one way or another. When we talk about developmental disabilities, that can include an intellectual or autism, cerebral palsy, just to name a few. So our division, the Division of Employment and Independence for People with Disabilities, we help individuals in a variety of ways, not just with employment, but we can support post-secondary education, we can sponsor internships, we assist individuals with hands-on training on the job, and we can provide them a job coach. A job coach goes on site with that individual and helps them actually learn how to do the job and develop other strategies and techniques that will help them be successful. We can also help with like physical and mental restoration. So if someone may need a surgery or medication and they don't have the means to pay for those services themselves, we can also look at assisting individuals with those things as well, especially if it allows them to be able to keep their job and function within this, the work setting. We can also assist individuals with organizing their workspace, like a comfortable chair or an ergonomic desk that may stand or sit. And we usually will provide those services, like maybe if you had a back condition where it was uncomfortable to sit all day. There's also other technologies we can use, like assistive technologies, like being able to use a computer, maybe to dictate information into a Word document, or just computers in general that would make the job easier to navigate or be more successful. So it's all sorts of things. It's almost like kind of trying to problem solve or solve a puzzle in a way that allows this individual to be most successful in the job or career that they choose. We can support, going to a 2-year like community college or even a 4-year degree at a university. That can even include getting your master's degree or your doctorate's degree. We've supported individuals in becoming lawyers and doctors. So whatever that individual's career goal is, we will look at their disability and help them overcome the barriers associated or maybe that they experience with it in order to help them reach their career goals. But we can also support vocational training, like if an individual wants to be a barber or a cosmetologist or go into welding or maybe even an electrician. Some individuals would like to work with animals, so we can assist with certificates, or if you're interested in being a nursing assistant or medical assistant, we can sponsor certificates or those credentials that are needed for those types of jobs as well. So as a rehabilitation counselor, you can work in a variety of settings, including the state, like where I work, but also working with the federal government, who primarily serve veterans with disabilities. But you can also work for workers' comp or private health insurance companies, and sometimes school systems. They have on-site the Office of Student Services that serve students with disabilities, and some employers have rehabilitation counselors on staff to help navigate workplace accommodations. I currently have a master's degree in rehabilitation counseling. with a specialty in vocational evaluation, which really just takes a look at the individual skills that you have. So we can do testing, career inventories, interest inventories, or work value assessments that can help narrow an individual's career options and help them make decisions on what careers might align best with their interests and abilities. One benefit of working in public service is having the opportunity to have some of your student loans forgiven. So I am participating and benefiting from that opportunity. You usually have to have at least 10 years of service or 120 months of service in state or federal entities in order to benefit from that loan forgiveness. But it is a way to help pay for college or your graduate degree. And so if you're interested in going into a human services field or working to help people, that may be one way to help cover the expenses of going to college. I did not participate in any internship opportunity in undergrad, although I think that would have been a really good thing to do, just to learn more about the field or get an idea of other ways that I could use my degree. But for my master's program, yes, I had a practicum experience, which was about 100 hours. And that is where you pretty much just shadow and learn more about the field in general. And then I did about 600 hours of an internship where it was more hands-on. I had more involvement in casework, in meeting, and serving clients. I got this position straight out of my master's degree. So it was my first professional career, and the agency tends to hire individuals with new master's degrees, so you don't have to have any other professional experience outside of that. I have worked with the agency for about 10 years, or a little over 10 years. So throughout that process, I have taken on more responsibilities over the years, being a casework advisor, and then becoming a supervisor, and then the assistant unit manager, and now the unit manager. I find joy in my work as a rehabilitation professional because it's an opportunity to help people, and that's the reason I chose psychology in my undergraduate degree and pursued a master's in rehabilitation counseling. It's really just to give back to the community. When I was younger, had family members who had disabilities, and it was really important for them to be able to work and to find meaning and joy in their communities. So this position allows me to help others have that same opportunity. The field of rehabilitation counseling kind of just found me. I was talking to a coworker who was working as a job coach for an individual with autism, and she was explaining to me that, she helped this individual find employment, and then that she would go to work with them and, help that individual be able to communicate effectively with their employer, and also learn how to do their job, and that she continued to support them while they were working so that they could be successful long term. And I just thought that that was the coolest thing. And I didn't actually know that that type of service existed. And I started to do more research, and I realized that I felt like that would be an area that I could also work and feel good about what I was doing. So if you're interested in working in human services, you don't have to have a master's. You can in fact have a high school diploma, an associate's degree, or even a bachelor's degree. We have several positions that really support the work that we do. That could be a receptionist position or an administrative specialist position that would help with data entry or filing or office administrative like work. And then we also have our casework techs that are kind of a bridge between the administrative position and the rehab counselor position. So they, may have a lot more involvement with meeting with clients and helping coordinate services. They're still supporting the caseload by doing some administrative tasks as well. We have a business relations position that really focuses on networking and establishing relationships with our community partners or community employers. Finding a career that you're passionate about is super important, and it starts with kind of knowing yourself. So really taking a look at what interests you, what are some of your hobbies, what do you enjoy doing during your free time, or maybe even what skills you actually want to learn, and find a way to make that profitable or a way in which you can earn income. And one way to really do that is to look around you, ask questions. What would it be like to do that job? What would it be like to do this job? And jobs are everywhere. So just kind of taking a look at that.